Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today in this video I wanted to talk about Jeezy and Jeannie Mai. So you know that they're recently divorced now. So the question is this Jeannie Mai's karma for the way she treated her first husband? So Jeannie and Jeezy got married in 2021 and they have a child together. But I think they were together for at least 3 years before they decided to get married. So the marriage didn't even last that long. So Jeezy filed for divorce in 2023. So it was like only 2 years and divorce. So what would happen exactly that made him file for divorce? We still don't know. But some people speculate maybe it's because she moved her family in and her family was just too overbearing. Some people say maybe he just got tired of her, or he just couldn't handle her anymore. But let's back up just a little bit. So before Jeannie was with Jeezy, she was with her ex-husband Freddy. Her and Freddy were together for at least 10 years. They were married for 10 years before they got a divorce. So in this marriage, she told Freddy that she did not want children from the beginning. But I think later on, Freddy changed his mind and decided that he wanted children. But Jeannie was still stuck on her decision. She do not want to have kids. But towards the end of the marriage, I think Freddy stepped out on the marriage and cheated on her, which then led to a divorce. But Jeanie Mai herself even stated that when she was married to her husband Freddy, that she wasn't the best wife. She did not respect that man, and she just wasn't the best.
And so I didn't notice that I had a hot temper until I got with Jeezy. And here's a person who is my equal and I really respect. And when I would spew some of my old habits, and he was like, like, who? That's not flying here. And also, it would trigger him to come back at me with things where I was like, who the fuck do you think you are? But I was triggering him. So through work, we learned that we both have certain habits that to the everyday person, from friends, family, fans, they'll never see it. Mm-hmm. But to the person who loves us deep enough, you can press that button and boom, the dragon comes out. And we both have it. So we had to work on that. But he never told me to fix my temper. I just saw it and I thought, unless I want to stay in this place where I lose this person I love and I stay in my comfort zone of doing what I want to do and function the way I have for the last 40 years when nobody else had to stop me.
Which obviously has done quite well for you.
Right, I could have. But this was something greater that I wanted, and also a great challenge to myself to say, what if, now that I know it exists and the dragon's there, what if I got rid of that? How do I kill that dragon or store it in its place so that it never creates havoc in my life? And that took work. So for me, I think I don't want somebody who doesn't change. I want you to change and grow, if it means growing into an even better version of what I fell in love with.
Mm-hmm. So in that clip, you hear her mention how she had a hot temper and she suffered with her behavior or her temper for over 40 years and nobody checked her about it. So I'm assuming she had this behavior with Freddy also, and Freddy never checked her about it. So she didn't really respect Freddy, but she meets this black man, Jeezy, and all of a sudden that's her equal. She respects Jeezy. So her and Freddy divorced after 10 years. 10 years of marriage. 10 years of dealing with Jeanie Mai and her mouth, her disrespectful ways. So she left that 10-year marriage to go be with this black man, Jeezy, just for their marriage to last 2 years. Which I already knew. She had a fetish for black men, because when she was on that talk show, The Real, every time they had like men crush, Wednesday, Tuesday, whatever, she always had a black man as her man crush. So she changed her mind on having kids when she met Jeezy, just to end up being in a relationship where there's abuse, there's infidelity. This is all according to Jeannie. All according to Jeannie. All of this happening in 2 years. In 2 years of marriage.
after she done bragged about this man on the talk show The Real, she spent all that time bragging about how amazing Jeezy is and how he spent all this time getting to know her family, her culture, all that bragging. I thought Jeezy was Prince Charming. But one thing I noticed about men, you need to pay attention to the way they move. A lot of men, they move in cycles. So like what they do with one woman, they'll most likely do with you. So this was Jeezy's first marriage. So he never married any of the other women he have children with. But he'll marry Jeanie Mai and then leave her after 2 years of marriage. Yeah. And in this marriage, remember I said there was cheating involved, there was abuse involved, all according to Jeanie Mai. So even after all that was going on in their marriage, a lot of faking also going on, but all that was going on, and Jeanie still wanted to have a second child with him. So her first husband, Freddy, wasn't good enough to have a baby with, which I'm sure when she had her first child with Jeezy, I know Freddy was hurt. But keep in mind, he wasn't good enough according to Jeanie Mai. But Jeezy, who's beating her, and cheating on her, it's okay to have a second baby with. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is her karma after how she treated her first husband, Freddy? Or, like, what do you guys think? Honestly, I just think she should have just stayed with Freddy, because how embarrassing is that? You leave your husband of 10 years, don't want to have a baby with him, just to go and be with this man, Jeezy, who's doing all these things to you, and you want to have a second baby with him? It's just for your marriage to end up ending in 2 years. Is that not embarrassing?
So they still have one child together that they have to raise, baby Monaco. But the word on the street is that Jeezy have been granted primary custody of baby Monaco. I hope this is not true. I think both of them should be raising her together. But good luck to them in their situation.